a couple rounds of cat and cow. Take some rounds of cat and cow, drop your belly, lift your tailbone, gaze up. Feel a stretch through the front line of your spine. As you exhale, push the ground away, tuck your chin. Continue to find some movement here. Really, as you find cow pose, pull your shoulders back, create space across your chest, and continue to flow. Maybe you add in some side swipes with your hips, left and right. Maybe you take some circles with your hips. We'll start just by getting some movement in, starting to tap into how your body's feeling. Notice any cracks or aches. Just allow for a little bit of extra time to accommodate for those areas. And once you're ready, start to push it back into child's pose. Widen your knees, bring your toes together, send your hips back, rest your forehead onto the ground. You can always bring stacked palms underneath your forehead and start to deepen your breath. Notice your breath as a grounding point to continually come back to throughout class. If you become distracted or any thoughts pop up, work to tie your attention back to your breath. Recognize that we all make a million decisions in a lifetime, both big and small. And for whatever reason, all the decisions that you've made have brought you here to this moment, into the space that you're in for these next 45 minutes to do something for yourself, to notice how your body's feeling, to cater to your own body. We do this so that we can fill up, can feel more energized, more grounded, so that we can better help those around us. So use this time to focus on you, letting go of anything in your environment or things that keep popping up. And just let them go with every exhale. Coming back to this moment. And doing something just for you. As you're ready, shift forward into a tabletop pose. This time, walk your hands over to the right, send your hips back, feel a stretch across your left side, gaze down. Take one deep breath, feel your ribs expand, stretching, bring space between each rib. Shift forward, walk your hands to the left, and push your hips back. Feel your ribs on your right side, almost like an accordion. Stretching out. Push your right hip back towards your heels. Shift forward, walk your hands back to the top, and then come to standing on your knees. Gates pose, extend your one leg out to the side. So reach towards that straight leg, bring your opposite arm up and over. And then take supported side plank. Plant your opposite palm, lift and reach through that top arm. Maybe open your chest towards the sky. You can play around with this a bit. See where it feels good to stretch. Maybe close your eyes. And as you're ready, inhale, come back up to the center. And as you exhale, dip towards your straight leg. Flow again. Inhales, come center. Exhales, bend and reach. Inhales, come center. Exhales, bend. Find your own pace. You can pause and breathe wherever it feels good. And as you're ready, we'll meet back at center. Bring both knees to the center. Extend your opposite leg long. Inhale, reach. Exhale, dip. Come back to center. Exhale, supported side plank. Reach up and over. Inhale, center. Exhale, dip. I invite you throughout class today to bring in a little freestyle. Once again, just noticing how the stretch expands through your body, what you may need. Continually noticing where it feels good and accommodating your practice to those spots. And after this final time, we'll meet back at center. As you're ready, bring both knees together, plant your palms, take tabletop pose, tuck your toes, lift your hips, find downward facing dog, pedal it out. Deep sway through your hips, left and right. Get into your lower back. And then slowly start to walk your feet towards the back of your wrists. Ragdoll pose, grab opposite elbows. Option to interlace your hands behind your low back. As you inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhales, find a gentle lift. Exhales, release. You can have any amount of bend through your knees. Release your arms down. Bring your feet together to touch. Slowly rise up to standing. Sweep your arms overhead and bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes. Start to rock into the sides, rock into your feet, left and right. Find a sway as if you're a tree in the wind. Maybe forward and back. Bring your awareness into your feet. Notice the pressure and in different spots of your feet as you move your body. And then come back to that point where your body is balancing above your feet. Bring your hands by your sides. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead and bring your hands back to center. With your eyes closed, take a moment to set your intention for your practice. As you're ready, blink your eyes open. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Lift your chest, gaze down. Plant your palms, step your right foot back. We'll set up for warrior one. Drop your back heel. Lift your chest, front knee stays bent. Exhale, gentle back bend. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, plant your palms to either side of your foot. Step your left foot back, find a high plank pose. Hold here for a breath, tuck your chin, and slowly lower all the way down onto your belly. Cobra pose, lift your chest, tops of feet to the mat. Pull your elbow points back and release down. Inhale, lift. Exhale. One more time, lift your chest. And release. Press your palms into the ground, push up into a high plank. Hold here. Bring your feet together and then drop your heels over to the right. Option to come to your bottom knee, but we'll take a side plank. Lift your top arm. And then bring both hands back to center. Once again, you can be on your knees. We're going to rock to the opposite side. Pressing your left palm down, top arm lifts. One more time each side, come back to center. You can always take this from a plank and drop over to the side. Use your core, lift your hips, one more breath. And then plant your palms, opposite side. Lift your hips, find a rainbow shape. And high plank. Push your hips back, downward facing dog. Breath in. Exhale. Gaze forward. Walk or jump your feet in between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your shoulder blades together. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up. Exhale, gentle back bend. Mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, crouch and curl, bend your knees, lift your heels, rock onto your toes, feel a stretch in the back of your feet. Maybe walk your hands over to the side, play around with it a bit. Bring your hands back to center, drop your heels, lift your hips, and we'll step your left foot back, find warrior one on the left. Drop your back heel, rise up. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, plant your palms, step your feet back, high plank. Hold it here. Find a little sway or circles. Noticing your arms plug into your body through your shoulders. Spread your fingertips, push into your palms. And come to a stable spot. Push it back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale. We'll flow through each side once more. So step or jump your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Forward fold as you release. Mountain pose, rise up. And dealer's choice, you might dip over to the side or take a back bend or take a twist. Let it be your own. And as you're ready, come back to center. We'll meet in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back. Warrior one, rise up. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, plant your palms, high plank. Option to stay here or flow through into a chaturanga. If you choose to take a chaturanga, bend your elbows, bring your chest down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog, come to the tops of your feet, push your chest forward. Exhale, down dog, push it back. It's where we'll meet. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or jump your feet into the top. Halfway lift, forward fold. Mountain pose, rise up. Taking your bend or your twist, following your breath. Find center. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant your palms, step your left foot back, warrior one. Drop your heel, rise up. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, plant your palms, step it back, option to flow through, or keep your high plank and push straight back into downward facing dog. Lots of great options here. And then as you're ready, come to your knees and find a child's pose. You can take traditional with your hands by your sides or extended with your arms out front. Come back to your breath. Start to notice any shifts or changes within your body since the beginning of class. And shift forward to tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Gaze forward, step your feet to the top. Chair pose, drop your seat, reach your arms overhead. Sink low, we'll hold for a few breaths. Rock into your heels, maybe lift your toes from the ground. Soften your shoulders away from your ears and tuck your belly, bringing your tailbone down. Feel your quads heat up. Drop your seat an inch lower. One more breath. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, mountain, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step your feet back. Option for high to low plank will ultimately meet in downward facing dog. As you find down dog, inhale, sweep your right toes high, bend your knee, take some circles, open your hips. Release your left heel towards the ground. Pull your right knee towards your right elbow. Hug it in here, lift it towards your armpit. Three-legged dog, sweep your right toes high. Exhale, bring your right knee towards your left elbow. Hold it for a breath. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge, bring your right foot to the top. Inhale, crescent. Kick into your back leg, arms overhead. Exhale, sweep your arms back, lean your chest forward. Hold for a couple breaths here. Setting up your stance, bring your front knee above your right front ankle. Keep kicking through your back leg. Create as much length from the top of your head through your spine to your back heel. On your next inhale, we'll find warrior two. Sweep your arms overhead and exhale, open up. Inhale, reverse warrior, sweep your front arm high. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach forward and down. Bring your front arm to the top of your knee. Left arm high. Option for half or full bind. We'll be here for a few breaths. For half bind, wrap your arm around your body. Full bind, you can sweep your front arm underneath your front leg. Maybe catch your grip. One more breath. Continue to lengthen your spine. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your front leg. Right arm sweeps high. Hold for breath. And triangle pose. Step your front foot in a little bit. Sweep your hips back. Reach forward. And then tip your right arm down. Left arm high. Using your core to keep your upper body engaged. Inhale, star pose. Rise up, goddess pose. Bend your knees, bring your heels in, toes point out. Knees point in the same direction as your toes. Sink a little lower. Inhale, star. And this time, warrior two to the back of your mat. So this time bending your left knee. So that's at what is now the top of your mat. Extend your arms. Inhale, straighten, reach your arms overhead, straighten your front leg. Exhale, bend, warrior two, arms extend. Inhale, straighten, rise up. Exhale, lower. Flow with your breath. And on the next time that you straighten, we're going to find pyramid pose to the back of your mat. Rotate your chest to the back. Bring your right foot in just slightly. You can always widen your stance. Press your palms together and cross your thumbs. Using your core, slowly lower your upper body to bring your pinkies towards the ground. Your pinkies might connect with the ground or with the top of your foot. Wherever you are, it's okay to, if your knee bends a little. Tuck your chin and breathe. Now bring your pinkies to connect with some point on the ground or your mat and push them into the ground and then pull your hips back. Keep breathing. Slowly start to rise up. Use your core, keep your upper body strong. And find warrior two. Cartwheel your hands to frame the back of your mat, your left foot, and flow through. Step your left foot back, and we'll ultimately be at the back of our mats. Lift your chest and find downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Inhale, sweep your left toes high, bend your knee, take some circles. Pull your left knee towards your left elbow. Three-legged dog, sweep your left toes high. Exhale, pull your left knee towards your right elbow. Three-legged dog. And low lunge. Rise up into crescent as you inhale. Hold for a breath. Kick your back heel. And we'll open up warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Left arm reaches high. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach forward and down. Hold for a few breaths. You can stay here or find a half or full bind. Continue to rotate your chest towards the sky. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your front leg. Left arm reaches up. Triangle pose. Fast your hips away from your arms. Sweep your left arm forward and tip it down. You can always shift your stance to find more connection with the ground. Maybe a micro bend through your front knee to protect your joint. Inhale, star pose. Rise up. Heels in, toes out, goddess pose. Bend your knees. We'll flow this time. Inhale, star. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale. Couple more times. Find your breath. Star pose. And warrior two to the front now. So bending your right knee, point your right toes to the top of your mat. Inhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, reach your arms overhead and pull your left hip forward. We'll take pyramid pose, straighten your right leg. Press your palms together, bring your opposite thumb on top, and slowly lower your upper body down. Keep strong and stable through your legs until you find connection with your pinkies to the ground. It's okay if there's a bend in your knee. Tuck your chin, push your pinkies into the ground. Pull your right hip back. Slowly rise up. Come to star pose, heels in, toes out. And actually rotate your toes in. We'll take a wide-legged forward fold. Hinge from your hips. Guide your upper body down. Hands can connect with the floor or to the outsides of your ankles. Maybe bend your knees. Start to rock into the ball mounts of your feet. Know that your hands are there to catch you if you need. By rocking into the ball mounts of our feet, this helps bring the stretch more into your back. Can also help to bend your knees, which release your hamstrings. And let gravity really take hold of your upper body to pull it down. Bring your palms underneath your shoulders, setting up for Skandasana. Always an option to stay where you are. And continue the stretch there. For Skandasana, bend one knee and then point your opposite toes towards the sky. You can walk your hands around, rock your hips back. Find a little movement here as you stretch that right leg. Lift your hips, come to center, opposite side. Point your straight leg toes to the sky. And walk your hands back to center. Pull in your core, rise up. And find warrior two to face the front. Cartwheel your hands. Plant them to either side of your right foot. Step it back. Flow through your chaturanga. We'll meet in down dog. Gaze forward. Step your feet in between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Chair pose, drop your seat, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, airplane arms. Stay here or find drinking birds by rocking into your toes. And the ball mounts of your feet, lift your heels. Reach your fingertips back, tuck your chin. Mountain pose, drop your heels, inhale, rise up. Exhale, gentle back bend. One-legged Tadasana, reach your arms overhead, lift your left knee, and find a figure four, bringing your left ankle on top of your right leg. Hands come to your heart, drop your seat back. Always an option to grab onto a couch or the wall. Draw your shoulders back. Use your breath to release your hips. Option to fly it forward. Lean your chest, hook your elbows onto your shin. Continue to find length in your spine. Slowly rise up. Left foot to the ground, arms overhead. And hands by your sides. Close your eyes. Take a moment to come back to your breath and notice what you notice. Eyes open, one-legged Tadasana on the right side. Sweep your arms overhead, right knee lifts, and then cross your ankle, figure four, hands to your heart. Lower your seat. Option to lean it forward. Keep breathing. Find one focal point for one more breath. And rise up, both feet to the ground, arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your sides. Follow your breath. One more. We'll take dancer's pose. Bring your right elbow to your side. Grab onto the inside arch of your right foot. Knees come back together. Extend your left arm and then kick through your right. Kick your right leg. Lift your chest. Reach towards that crease between the wall and the ceiling. If you fall out, that's okay. Just come back in. Here for a couple more breaths. Drop your right hip and kick. Release. Both feet to the ground. Pedal it out. Opposite side. Grab the inner arch of your left foot. Knees come together. Feel that quad stretch. Extend your right arm up and kick. Let the kick open your chest space. Keep reaching. Keep breathing. And release. Arms by your sides. Take a breath in. Exhale. We'll take one more flow to flush it out and then come back onto our backs. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step your feet back, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your right toes high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent, rise up. Exhale, open warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side ankle, taking the flow we took before, but breath to movement. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your front leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, star from the center. Exhale, warrior two to the back. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands. Find the back of your mat, take a high plank and hold it here. Bring your heels together. We'll set up for side plank to the right. Lift your hips, lift your left arm. High plank. Rock your heels left, opposite side. Plant your palms, option to flow through. We'll meet in down dog. You can keep your high plank and push directly back or take chaturanga. As you find down dog, inhale, reach your left toes high. Exhale, low lunge. Crescent, rise up, arms overhead. Exhale, warrior two, drop your heel. Inhale, reverse warrior, left arm reaches up. Exhale, extended side angle, forward and down. Inhale, reverse triangle. Open your left side, straight limbs. Exhale, triangle pose. Reach forward and down. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two to the front. Right knee bends. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, plant your palms, step your foot back, find a high plank, push directly back into down dog. Take a breath in, breath out. Gaze forward, step your feet behind your wrists and then to the outside of your mat. So we'll set up for yogi squat. Bring your toes to the floor, heels are on your mat, feet are wide, elbows come to the inside of your legs, palms at your heart center. Take a moment to just breathe into your hips here. If you have a block or a pillow and you want to place it underneath your hips, that's a great option. Work to lengthen your spine. Let your hips drop down, tuck your chin, reach through the crown of your head. You can stay here if you want a bit of a release. Plant your palms, lift your hips up, sway them side to side. And then lower back down. So as we get into the inside of our hips, we'll now swap and get the outside. As you're ready, slowly come down to a seat. Well, first actually lift your hips, step your feet in, bring them together to touch, lift your heels, find a crouch pose, and then bring your seat to the ground. This time, extend your left leg long, bring your right leg up and over, lift your chest, and twist over to the right. If you want a deeper twist, you can bring your left foot in towards your seat. Just make sure wherever you are, both sit bones are connected with the ground. And you'll twist towards your bent knee on the top. Ground through your seat. And then as you inhale, reach your chest up. Exhale, twist. Come back to center. Find a quick counter twist. If one leg is extended long, you can simply swap your legs out, have the opposite leg on top. If you have both legs bent and want to try a different transition, connect both feet to the ground in whatever way. Start to lean your body away from your top bent knee, so that opposite direction. Lift your hips, straighten your legs, sweep behind, and then start to bend your knees and find the opposite side. Sit your seat down. Always an option to extend your right leg. Each side will feel really different, and that's okay. Just soak it up, whatever feels best. It doesn't have to be identical on each side. As you're ready, twist towards your top knee. Come back to center and unravel your legs. Kick them out front. Take a few bends, kicks, and then slowly lower down onto your back. We'll set up for 2 rounds of bridge pose, option for wheel. For bridge, bring your heels towards your seat, palms by your sides. Lift your hips. Feel a stretch to the back of your neck. Tuck your chin. Option to interlace your hands behind your low back, and then tuck each shoulder underneath your back. And breathe. Squeeze your glutes to lift your hips. And release. Couple options for the second round. You can take supported bridge by placing something underneath your low back, maybe a block, maybe a pillow. You can take butterfly legs, bring the soles of feet together and resting here, Supta Baddha Konasana. You can take a second set of bridge, or you can come into wheel by planting your palms to either side of your ears with your fingertips towards your shoulders. Walk your heels in, start to lift your hips, push into your palms, and then lift your upper body. Continue to squeeze your glutes to lift your hips. Wherever you are, breathe. Slowly start to lower if you're in wheel or in bridge. And then hug your knees into your chest. Rock gently side to side. We'll take supine twist. Cross your right leg on top of your left. Always an option to keep your legs next to one another without crossing. And then drop your knees over to the left. Connect both shoulder blades with the ground. Gaze up or over to the right. Notice where you can help soften through your body. Inhale, find length in your spine. Exhale, soften and twist. Taking the opposite side as you're ready. Swapping out your legs. Left leg comes up and over if you choose that stretch. You can always shimmy your hips towards the center of your mat. And then let your knees fall to the side. Gaze up or to the left. Deepen each exhale. Knees come back to center. Happy baby pose. Grab your knees or the outsides of your feet. Rock side to side. And as you're ready, squeeze your knees into your chest. Lift your forehead towards your knees. Take a deep breath in. And release. Final Shavasana. Extend long. Take up space. Let your shoulder blades be flush on your mat. We'll be here for a little bit and I'll cue you out when the time is right. Notice your breath and let every exhale be a little bit longer than your inhale. You're welcome to stay here as long as you need. There's no rush. If you're ready to move on with your day, start to squeeze your toes. Draw your thumbs along your fingertips. Rock your chin left and right. Extend your arms overhead. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Bend your knees. Rock onto either side into fetal position. And slowly make your way up to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands to your legs. Notice your lower body connected with the ground. Throughout your day today, continue to notice how and where you feel most grounded. Bring your hands to your heart center, thumbs at your chest. Feel the rise and fall of your breath. And recognize that you are a live body, moving and breathing throughout the day. You can always tap into different stretches to help to bring you back into the present moment. Bring your thumbs to your third eye center, acknowledging the teacher and the light in each and every one of us. Namaste. Thank you all for joining this morning.
Thank you, Martie. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, sounds good. See you, Todd. Yeah, I'll be out next week.
Oh,
Bye,
you
everyone. Oh, yeah. So we will have a sub.
will? Okay.
Yeah, but it
Well,
sounds like
then
you'll
it's
be
just
out
as
too.
well I have to miss too.
Good.
Have a great day.
Perfect.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Todd. See ya.